This is Chris Skeller with Pinnacle Training Consulting. We're continuing on with the discussions about the videos with the Synergy of Human course, and now we're covering Unit 3, and Unit 3 is all about integrative training. And when I talk about integrative training, there is really 5 or 6 key components of integrative training. Number 1 being client education. Client education probably is the most important thing. Understanding your client's needs, getting an idea of where they're coming from a perspective, their past medical history, and their assessment, and what does it tell you to help establish a plan of working in and out with them and accessoring goals. Second is program design. Program design obviously is really important from a perspective of designing a program that is going to meet the needs of the client, that is personalized, that you're selecting exercise based on periodization training. If someone's never worked out before, you're starting with a very low on a volume. For somebody who's been working out for a while, then obviously then you're using a little more of a sport-specific approach. So tailoring a program to meet the client's needs is huge about that. Exercise prescription. Exercise prescription in my course, and this course, is all based on ACSM, meaning that you're choosing exercises that meet the needs of the client. So if a client has as a goal working upper body strength and shoulders, then you're obviously choosing exercises like shoulder press and lat pull downs, things that target the upper body that deal with focusing on those areas that they need. Or if it's something like weight loss, and obviously working on glutes and exercises that do high repetitions targeting and like side lunges, etc., etc. Take consideration always of safety. Safety is number 1 thing. And if any of the prior medical conditions, it would be a risk for them to be avoiding an injury, which would be huge. Neuromuscular training. Neuromuscular training is probably simply the easiest thing, the way of just putting it is creating stability training within a joint, above and below, especially if someone has an ACL repair or a co-contraction in the front and the back of the muscles in the abdominal complex. Lumbo-pelvic stabilization training. That is basically simply put is core training. Training the muscles around the core, not those 29 muscles, but really the 4 primary muscles, and how to assess that, again, which we talked in the previous videos, we'll do a bit more today, and how to create balance and symmetry. Functional strengthening. Functional strengthening is all about strengthening muscles that are used with ADL, such as sit to stand, walking, stairs, such as that. But human movement training, as I've defined, is training exercises that meet the needs, for example, like in a sport specific, like baseball throwing, volleyball, movements that are multi-dimensional in 3 planes and such. And lastly, stretching. Stretching is probably the most important thing, that in terms of helping a client, that the stretching should be done post. I want to talk today a little bit about length of time, types of stretching, and when you get out of it. And the next section will actually go through each one of these components individually and discuss them thoroughly, so it helps you at home there, when you're going through the manual, really understand the concept even better.